Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you how I store and carry around my fountain pens. So these are the two primary things that I use to store my pens, and if you've watched my fountain pen collection, then you know that this is how I store my clean and uninked pens. So this kind of just stays on my shelf at all times, so I can just show you and flip through it. This is a Galen leather 40 pen case, and my whole collection fits in here. So this is just how the layout works. It has these two pieces of felt that protect your pens from scratching against each other. It's a leather case, so it's quite sturdy, and it has some nice structure to it. And I keep my pens facing towards the middle so I can take them out this way and not have to scratch them against this metal, because sometimes I have heard of people kind of having issues with pen cases when there's like these metal zipper teeth that could scratch up your pen. So this is really easy to just slip in and out without any issue. And they have these elastics to keep the pens in, which I found works really well with most of my pens. I think some of my pens, for example, this Schaefer, this Lady Schaefer, it doesn't have a clip, and also it's really thin, so it does kind of slip out sometimes. But since it's not moving around, it's just on my shelf, I think this is a really great option. And they also do have so many different pen cases with different sizes and numbers of pens that you can purchase. So yeah, it's perfect for just leaving on your shelf and kind of having your whole collection in an organized, safe space. So yeah, this just stays on my shelf with all of my pens that I'm not currently using or cleaning. And this is, let me move this out of the way first. And this is what I actually use to kind of, this just sits on my desk at all times, and it stores my pens that are inked, or also I keep pens in here that I'm rotating out so that I've finished using and I'm going to clean. So let me just show you how it works. There's just this one kind of tray here. I'll flip it around for you so you can see. So it's just like a very simple wooden box, but it looks really nice on your desk. And also it's nice to have something on top of my desk that I can just reach for one place for all my pens. So I usually keep some dip pens on top of here. And then this is just my fountain pens where they stay. So some of these pens, I'm going to clean out and move out of my rotation. And some pens are just constantly in my rotation because they're my favorite pens. So I just have them all laying here, and they're protected from dust, and therefore it helps protect them from scratches as well, because dust can leave these little micro scratches on them as well. So it's just basically protected, sitting in one place, out of the sunlight, away from the dust. So I think something like this is perfect for leaving on your desk for the pens that you're going to be using at home. For example, if you were using some really expensive pens, like I've seen some $2,000 pens, so like those I would not ever really be carrying around with me. So if I was using them currently, I'd probably leave it in something like this at my home. And then I have something like this for what I actually take to travel with me. So this is really my only pen case that I have. I kind of just have one of everything because that's really all I need. So this is the pen case that I always carry around with me everywhere if I know I'm going to be doing a little bit more writing while I'm out. So this is the Superior Labor leather pen roll, and I am obsessed with this thing. It smells beautiful. The leather is all squeaky and nice, and it's just stunning. There's definitely really great craftsmanship in this as well. It has like these nice brass details, and the stamp is beautiful. So yeah, just a really beautiful and nice pen roll. And for me, I like to keep one pen in each slot just because I don't want them rubbing against each other and getting scratched. So I usually do this, or I put some of my less expensive pens in this one pouch together. But usually if I'm going to be out for a day, I really don't need, 50 different pens. Like, this is perfectly sufficient. Usually I'll just use like one pen a day, or if I need to make notes of like different colors or something, perfectly sufficient. So I also have found that this actually keeps my pens very protected. So there are also very many like hard pen cases, which are kind of like the Galen leather that I showed you, but obviously much smaller. They have this hard shell structure, a lot of times leather, and they have this zipper as well. So I feel like from what I've seen, that seemed like the most protective way to carry your pens around. But actually this has kept my pens perfectly protected, and I do kind of throw this around. I usually fold it. Actually, as you can probably tell, I just fold it like that. It wants to just stay like that. But obviously this is a pen roll, so you can absolutely roll it as well. And I do just take this around with me everywhere, basically every time I know I'm going to be journaling, which is basically every time I go out. And I've never had any issues with my pen getting damaged or scratched, or I think I was a little bit worried that it wouldn't protect from like denting or things like that, but I just throw it in my bag with everything else, even when there's other heavy things in there, and there's never been any issue at all. And my pens have also never come out, even when I just fold it like this. So I think this is really perfectly sufficient, and I think practically whatever pen case you get, I think will be perfectly fine as long as you have something to put them in. But this is just a really nice, once again, very just enjoyable way to store my pens and carry them around. As you can see, I got some water on it, sadly, very recently too, so it does have a little bit of a water stain, but that's perfectly fine. And yeah, I absolutely love this, and I think one pen case for me is perfectly sufficient. I don't think you need 20 of everything. So yeah, I love this. And something like this, since it's such good quality, I feel like it will last forever. So yeah, that's basically the 3 things that I store and keep my pens in. Also though, this Kaweco, I literally just throw inside of a bag that I keep a lot of small things in, so that I have easy access to, a pen, hand sanitizer, lotion, things like that. I just throw this all in that bag, because this, I'm not really afraid of getting banged around, I guess. And also it's nice just to have a pen on me at all times, even if I'm not bringing my whole like journaling supplies with me. So this is kind of the pen that's my beater pen that I kind of just throw in my bag every day, or actually it just really stays in my bag. So yeah, basically I think these are the 3 perfect ways to store and take around all of your fountain pens. So I think honestly, so if you have a really small collection, then something like this is perfect, because this is something that's really nice and convenient to have at your desk already. So then you can just pull out whatever pens you need while you're working, and then you don't really need this big thing. But this, having something that can hold a higher volume of pens, is really nice for someone who has a larger collection, because then you can just store it away and you can flip through it like a book whenever you want to pull out new pens to use and explore the rest of your collection. But it's also somewhat portable, so it's really nice if you are going to a pen convention, or if you're traveling, or whatever the case is. And so you can also travel with this as well, whereas this kind of just stays on your desk. And of course, I do think everyone needs some sort of pen case. If you don't really care too much about your pens, then you can just use a normal, pen case, a normal bag that's not even separated, and just throw something in there. There's also many fabric pen cases that would work perfectly sufficient as well. I feel like most people just want to protect their pens of scratches, and it's really hard to actually really damage a pen by breaking it or by cracking it. So fabric, something less expensive, is also perfectly fine. But I just really enjoy this leather case because it's beautiful, and it adds a nice touch and enjoyment to my writing experience, and which is what all of this is about. So I think with these 3 things, that's everything you'll ever need to really store your pens. So a large storage case for your collection, a nice desk case to have your pens easily accessible, and a travel case. And that's all. So let me know if you have any questions. So this is from Galen Leather. This is from Superior Leather, as I said. And this is the only one that I have no idea where it's from. I also picked it up from an estate sale. But I feel like things like this are just everywhere. You could probably find a little pen case similar to this on Amazon even. So I can also link some things down below if that would make things easier for you guys. And please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.